What's up, you guys? Sasha Boss here, and today I'm doing another movie review, and this movie, no particular, is the brand new movie called The Prey. Well, called Prey. This is the Predator prequel to the Predator movie franchise, that's alone. This movie is the prequel that leads us to all the events of Predator 1 through 4. And this movie, guys, was spectacular. And this video right here will be non-spoilers. So no spoilers are allowed in this video. Okay, guys, so going into this movie, Prey, I saw some trailers for this movie. It got me really hyped, got me really excited for this film. For one instance, I was kind of curious what this movie's going to be all about. Because I recently watched the original Predator, and I absolutely enjoyed it. So I walked in this film knowing a little bit about the Predator, not too much because I've not finished the rest of the franchise quite yet. So knowing this is a prequel, it's a great way to dip your feet in the water of the Predator. And this movie was super sick. I gotta say, one of the greatest Predator entries to date. I love what it did with this film. Since it was kind of announced like SDCC, I got excited because it's Predator. You don't get to see those too often, and this one was pretty good. Okay, so that's what I can say going through this film. Okay, so now going with the plot of this movie. The plot of this movie follows an indigenous tribe of hunters. Follows an indigenous hunter group and a girl who goes by the name of Naru. Naru is trying to follow in her brother's footsteps and become the next tribal hunter for the other indigenous people. She almost feels like an outcast, and she feels almost like overwhelmed about like what others think about her, and she's trying to do her own thing, and she's trying to do what females do best, fit in and be included. She's trying to be included with the rest of the pack, and which is just a really good representation of a girl who can do anything to put the mind to. So great adaptation to this. And then the plot involves this new species, which is the Predator. Obviously, they don't really know what this is. It's been hunting all sorts of animals, and they pretty much the whole movie is going through this hunt where they pretty much see what's going on with this Predator. That's all I can say about the plot of this film. This film has so much I can't talk about with spoilers, but it was really well written. So now, going on to this, I'm going to give you Naru's character description. She also is accompanied by a dog. Another main character you'll see is the Predator. He's in there for a good, solid, I don't know, maybe hour and a half. He's in there kicking butt like usual. He's amazing. I just love everything they did with the Predator. I can't tell you too much about what happened. It just blew my mind. It blew my mind what they were capable of with this creature. And I want to know, where did the Predator come from and originate from? I'm just curious. Like, is there any, canon information somewhere where I can read about that? I'm not really sure. Also, guys, this film, so now I'm going on to things I like about this movie. The number one thing I love about this movie is Predator, inclusion in indigenous culture, because I love learning about indigenous heritage and culture like that, because I'm a pretty big fan when it comes to indigenous culture and history. I love the history of that stuff. It just really fascinates me of how we come to be hunters and gatherers, if you will. So that's something I really enjoyed about this movie. And also, I just love the landscape and scenery of this movie. It's so peaceful. Something I could actually watch in the fall and enjoy. I thought it'd be a really good one to get into the more colder months as we hit fall here. So another thing I've really enjoyed about this movie is the cinematography. The cinematography of this film was gorgeous. I felt like I was back on Endor, or back looking at some really nice landscaping. I just loved it. And the mountains, it really reminds me of Wyoming and Montana. And I don't know, some of these locations are natural settings, or some of them in the studio. I can't really tell, they're all CGI. I thought the backgrounds are gorgeous. When they did do CGI, you can tell it did a really good job. Yes. It was really cool. It felt like you're watching a first-person video game movie again, similar to what the Predator did back in 1987. It felt a lot like that. If you like, is obviously the Predator. The Predator was sick. I love the whole mindset of Naru and her dog trying to overcome all her obstacles. I think it's cool. It's also really cool to have female empowerment. Female empowerment is the number one thing you can have in a movie because you need to do more justice for female characters. That's my big takeaway. So going things I didn't like about this movie, well, I have a couple gripes about this movie. Not a whole lot of terrible gripes about this film. There are things that I obviously think I did appreciate at times, but some of the movie it felt a little repetitive, but did not feel repetitive at all. It's like some of the journey scenes kind of felt repetitive, like when they're hunting. Not really spoil anything. When they're hunting like different typical animals, Naru's different animals. It kind of felt repetitive seeing that kind of aspect back and forth in the film, but I thought it was really entertaining. The other thing, I wish they got more screen time for the Predator. I really enjoyed all the scenes he was in. I just wish there was a little bit more of that character, and I wish some of the scenes didn't feel rushed. Like, I get it that this film is an hour and a half or so, but I wish it had some more longer fight scenes and just more. I also want to know the why factor of why he came here. I get it, he just crash landed here. This movie really feels like a standalone movie. It almost felt like an indie movie at times, but then it felt like a standalone. Then it felt like a fan fiction, but then it felt like a really good organic story. It was organic, it was organic, but then at times I felt like back and forth on is it a fan fiction or is it an indie film? I can't really tell, but it was a really good Hollywood film. Just saying, really good film. Those are all my gripes about Prey. So how would I recommend Prey? Well, I highly recommend Prey to all Predator fans who love the Predator and who love the Predator franchise. This is a great inclusion to the Predator franchise, and as Predator fans alone, this is a great standalone movie for you. And if you love indigenous culture and you love almost like westerns, you would love this film. This is a highly recommended film. You must watch. It's a nice little short movie to watch on a rainy day. You actually have a lot of fun with it, and yes, you will love this film. This movie is a rated R film, so if you have young ones who want to watch this, I say you can probably watch it around the age of 8, just because there are some violent scenes, not terrible if you recognize the original Predator, no swears, and just pretty much all more violent stuff, more adult understanding of the hunting and stuff. Well, with that being said, I highly recommend you guys check out Prey. I give it a sub rating of 9 out of 10 for me. Actually, 8 out of 10 for me. This film has it all for me. If I included all the details I said there before, it would be honestly a sub rating of 10 out of 10. This film was really enjoyable and a lot of fun. So thank you guys for watching, and leave it down in the comments what you guys think about The Prey. I thought it was a great movie, and I'm just looking forward to seeing what's next in the Predator franchise. Hopefully we get a whole origin story of how we originated and where did he come from. So, I don't know. If you guys have those 2 questions, leave it down in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and what did you think about the movie Prey?